We're counting down our top 10 favorite items from Epcot's Festival of the Holidays 2024.
Let's see.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
You're watching The Theme Park Foodies. We're back at Epcot for our favorite festival of them all, during the most wonderful time of year. This is Festival of the Holidays. The last video that we did on this festival, we focused on the newer items as well as, of course, those very cool Santas. And this is our second video where we count down our top 10 favorite items. This is some of the new stuff we had last time, including returning items that we had last year. For those that haven't seen our top 10s before, as we count down, we also chow down on each of the items to see if the quality remains consistent, if they still sit in our top 10. There's so many things I'm excited to have again. We also haven't completed our Cookie Stroll yet, right?
Yeah, so we're also going to be having some cookies that are not a part of the top 10, but we do need to complete the stroll.
Notable mentions.
Yeah.
We do have one cookie that we will get a punch for on this. Cookies don't really make it because I just feel like there's so many sweet things to be had. One cookie will be on this list that we love from last year for sure.
It's also funny to me, I just noticed that this festival is sponsored by Advent Health. It's just funny, like it's like Cookie Stroll.
Well, you'll be needing to go to Advent Health sometimes. All that sugar you're having. I am very excited for a lot of the things. Also, there were some new things that made this list that I didn't think were going to make the list that we had last time. I remember kind of being, I don't want to say disappointed by a lot of the new things, but there were some new things we enjoyed. Also, I wanted to bring up, last video we had those croquettes or the Festival Favorites booth. We had assumed everything at the Festival Favorites booth was a returning item. They're actually new items over there, right?
Yeah, which doesn't really make sense.
Little confusing. We'll also be visiting some areas we didn't experience last time, like the Odyssey, where you can actually meet Santa Claus here. We're gonna have a ton of fun. We're gonna eat a ton of food. Are you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
All right, if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Join us while we count down our top 10 favorite eats at Epcot's Festival of the Holidays 2024. All right, so we're starting this off with a notable mention. Honestly, we've never had this before, but we saw it and really wanted to try it to see if it'll shake up this list a bit. We headed over to the Odyssey. Like we said before, this is where you can meet good old St. Nick. This is where you can meet Santa Claus. This is also where you can get that Spaceship Earth cookie. We've had that before. Unfortunately, it didn't make this list because we feel like there's just so many sweet things on here already, and it's also not a punch in our cookie scroll. So we want to just make sure you guys know that it's here. It's good if you want to get it. But this is a
Frozen caramel hot chocolate and then Twix on top. I really shouldn't be adding things to the video considering we have 10 things to try, but it sounded too good to, pass up. Well, that's good.
We do have another drink on this list as well.
I also am mad that the Spaceship Earth cookie isn't on the video. I actually forgot about it, and then I saw it and I was like, oh, it should be in the video.
There's already too many cookies on this list, I feel like, though.
I will say the Spaceship Earth cookie much better than the Spaceship Earth tile gingerbread. But anyway, this is really good. It's really rich and chocolatey, and it has like caramel in it, Twix on top. I just need to get a spoon. This is good. I wish it was bigger. I'll give it an 8.
So maybe this, I wonder if this will kick off the gin, or something else we have on the list. We're giving away the list already. All right, so number 10 is going to take us all the way past Future World, what was used to be called Future World, and into World Showcase, all the way to the back of World Showcase is where you could find the Japan Pavilion, and this is Wasu. This is the holiday booth for Japan, and this is the sushi tree. This isn't particularly amazing. It's pretty festive, which is why I wanted to get it. To be honest, we were going to put the beef bourguignon on it, number 10, because sometimes it could be salty, but the line over in Canada for that booth, for the Yukon booth, was completely insane. So if you guys want to know what probably would have been 10, it was that, but we made an executive decision and we decided to put this on instead because it's like festive fun and tastes pretty decent, right?
Well, I don't eat sushi, but I know a lot of people do enjoy this.
So I'm pretty sure this is crab meat, cream cheese. It's topped with akura, salmon roe, and spicy mayo. So it's kind of like a faux California roll. Pretty basic, but it's fun. Let's try it out. I think the salmon are like these eggs on top. So let me try these. They do have soy sauce, if you guys want soy sauce as well. They taste pretty fresh. It's fun and festive. It's not the best sushi ever, but it's okay. Oh, I dropped it. I need to up my game with the chopstick stamps. We're going to Japan in February. If you guys have been to Japan and have any tips, let us know in the comments below. Or if you just want to let us know certain things you'd want to do in Japan, because we're going there in February, we're still planning things out. This is good. Again, I think the other stuff on the list is going to be better, so I'm going to go 7 with it. It's basic, it's fun, it's festive, which is why it's elevated, but at the end of the day, it just tastes like kind of sushi, you know?
It's Instagrammable.
It is Instagrammable, that's for sure. All right, so number 9 takes us all the way back to the Odyssey. This is the apple caramel crumb cake.
Honestly, the Odyssey is where it's at. They have a lot of good desserts here. They also had a chocolate-covered toffee brittle, which I want to try, but there's not enough room.
I do want to say this suffered from a bit of shrinkflation. Last year you got like a whole box with it. It's like half the size.
Dude, it's definitely smaller, but it is $5, and it still is a decent portion.
Still shareable for sure.
Yeah. How good was that hot chocolate? You tried it off camera. How did you feel about it?
Oh yeah, the frozen hot chocolate, that was good.
Was it warm last time?
It was warm last time.
Not warm, but it does taste really good. There are like chunks of apple in it. There's a moist cake. Then there's like nice like cinnamon crumble on top, icing, more caramel. Like it's a good treat. I still think it belongs on the list. I do wish it was the one it was last year though, because it was definitely bigger. Look at that crumb, that giant crumb. This is good. I'm gonna give it a 7.
7? All right, yeah, I feel like that makes sense for 9. I wonder if it could be kicked off, though. All right, so our number 8 takes us over to Communicore Hall. Now, if you're entering Epcot, you'll have to bear right at Spaceship Earth to be able to get here. It is kind of right near where that Favorites of Festival Paths booth is, but it's inside. This is actually where you can see the Spaceship Earth gingerbread display, which is very impressive. It has a show that happens on it. This is the gingerbread shake. This is something from festivals past that we've liked a lot. I also do want to say that I wish they could do what they do in the Odyssey in here. In the Odyssey, they have all these different like projections of like snow happening on houses and stuff, and this like a nice setup for Santa Claus and everything in there. But in here, I mean, the display is very nice, but there's not as much going on. I guess you have Glittering Grove and stuff.
There are some projections on though. There's snowflakes on the wall.
Yeah.
It does feel more festive in the Odyssey though. I will agree with that.
Yeah, and the tile cookie, it's $10. It's not that great. I don't recommend getting it, but we do like this, and this actually comes with actual gingerbread cookie on top. So the tile that you get in here, that's actual gingerbread. It's not a gingerbread cookie. I think it throws people off, especially when they realize how dry it is. But this is a little gingerbread cookie they put on top. It's a gingerbread cookie shake. I'm wondering if the shake we had over at the Odyssey is going to knock this off the list at the end. You know?
Frozen hot chocolate was really, really good.
Let me take a sip out of this. I think the frozen hot chocolate's better. It's very ginger forward, which is good.
It's definitely better than the gingerbread milkshake that they had at the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. That was just like a vanilla shake.
Yeah.
Pretending to be a gingerbread shake.
This is an actual gingerbread shake. Let me get another sip so I can get a good idea. My issue with this iteration is it's just too icy. I do like the little gingerbread on top. It's nice, I'm enjoying it, but I just think what we had earlier, that item we never had before, like we said, it could throw things up. I think that frozen hot chocolate is, in hindsight, better than this gingerbread shake. I still think it's good. I would give it a 6. I don't think I would run to it, but I am enjoying it, and I'm happy I actually get a little gingerbread cookie on top, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more cookies coming. On our way out, I just wanted to bring up that we did taste some like cardamom in that, and you can actually get this with alcohol. Where is it? Oh, right there. Right there. You can get it with alcohol. It makes it 12 instead of $4.75. All right, so before we get to number 7, I wanted to give a notable mention to this peanut butter cookie that you can find at Sunshine Seasons. This is in the Land Pavilion at Epcot. So if you want to get to the Land Pavilion, as you enter Spaceship Earth, you'll have to head right. When you see Communicore Hall, you'll just kind of head past Communicore Hall. It's in the World Nature section of Epcot, and we never had this before. I think it's new for this year because I've never seen it before, but I'm not sure. This was a punch on our Cookie Stroll, so we only need 2 punches left, and it looks like it's the size of the Jack Jack Cookie Num Num, but a peanut butter version. I'm almost regretting getting this so early on in this crawl because I feel like this is going to fill me up, so we're going to have to try to take this home or something. It's like a peanut butter Jack Jack cookie.
Crazy because it's like half the price of the gingerbread tile, and it's ginormous.
You can see this in the case at Sunshine Seasons. Sunshine Seasons is on the bottom level here of the Land Pavilion. Man, it's thick too. It's so big. I don't want to keep eating it because I have so much more left. It is good. It's dry though. That's the issue, and that's the thing with peanut butter cookies. A lot of times you have to put like extra egg in it or something when you're making them to offset the dryness, because peanut butter will dry a item out. I still like it though. I'm gonna go 7 with it. There's a good amount of saltiness, good amount of like smooth, creamy flavor from the fats, but the dryness is just pulling it down. So I'm gonna give it a 7. I don't think it would make the list, but I think it's good, and I'm happy I got it, despite it making this crawl a lot harder.
Are those regular M&Ms on top, or just peanut butter?
Oh. Regular mini M&Ms.
Bummer.
All right, number 7 actually isn't far from number 8. We just gotta head down to World Showcase and head over to near Canada. So this isn't, I mean, it's kind of part of Canada. It's the refreshment port right before you get into Canada. And this is the turkey poutine. People go crazy for this every single year. It's got sweet potato fries. What else is in this, Sam?
Turkey gravy, cranberry relish, crispy onions, and of course cheese curds, because it is a poutine.
Yeah, so we put this at 7. We think it's good. It's not always like our favorite thing here, but I mean, I feel like it's a favorite, so you got to put it on here.
Yeah, and it's a nice portion too. The fries are good too. I snuck some of the fries already. The cheese curds are cold.
Yeah, well, usually the cheese curds are warmed up from the hot gravy, and I feel like they don't really have that much gravy on here. The gravy they did put on is on top of the turkey.
Very cold too.
Oh, the turkey's cold too. That's not good.
Everything's cold. The fries were warm, but the toppings are cold, and they're tasting a little salty. I do like the flavor though. It's basically a Thanksgiving meal on top of sweet potato fries, and it's a good portion. I wish it was a little warmer, but I mean that line was busy, and they were like pumping these out, so I'm assuming that had something to do with it. So I'm gonna give these ones a 6 today.
It's, it's said, I feel like a lot of the returning things like the gingerbread shake, this so far, and even our number 10, the crumb thing, they've all fallen. They've all changed, fallen from grace. That is a big letdown. Hopefully there will be some things to be redeemed. All right, so number 6 takes us over to the Bavaria Holiday Kitchen. This is in the Germany section here of World Showcase. It's right next to Italy, right past kind of the Equatorial Africa section. This is the cheese fondue in a bread bowl. So you actually get a whole bread bowl. You can tell this is real cheese because look at that crust. That's how you know cheese is real. They get some boiled vegetables with this, including, of course, potatoes. You gotta love potatoes if you're in Germany. And the reason I like this is because the bread is so soft with a great crust, and the cheese is so sharp, gooey, and delicious. Plus, it absorbs into the bread, so you get to eat the bread bowl after. We are not filming this in order. As you can tell, it is now nighttime, and it will become daytime again in earlier numbers. But this is really good. The potato just like melts apart in your mouth, and the cheese is so sharp. I wonder what cheese, does it say what cheese they use in this? They don't say it. It tastes very sharp, like a cheddar maybe, or I don't want to say provolone because I feel like that'd be more Italian, but it's very sharp.
I feel like it's a white cheddar maybe.
It's so good. I almost feel like this maybe should have been the top 5. This is amazing. Everything on this booth is good. Spoiler alert, it's coming back. We're going back to Bavaria for sure. I'm giving this a 9. I love it. I love how the bread is so soft, and then it's crunchy on top. The potatoes, I wish they gave you a few more potatoes because you only get 2, but they're soft, they're well cooked. The bowl absorbs the cheese really well. It's a solid 9. The items like these are one of the reasons this is our favorite festival, because the food is hearty and delicious. And I feel like there's enough booths, there's only I think 15 or 16 booths, that you can actually kind of understand what you're gonna get. When you go to Food and Wine, there's so many things, it's hard to pick 10 things for us when we do our top 10s there. This is really good. All right, so we have reached the top 5, and number 5 actually takes us right deep into World Showcase. This is the America Pavilion. This is actually where the candlelight processional is, over at the American Gardens Theater. And this booth is
the American Holiday Table.
Actually, last year I think this was in our top 3. It has gone down to 5 this year. It's gone down because we had a little shrinkflation last year, and I feel like it's continuing the trend. I mean, it's about the same size as it was last year, but still smaller than what it was years ago.
It is the tiniest scoop of mashed potatoes that I've ever seen.
But this is the flavor of the holiday. What is this called again, Sam?
Slow roasted turkey.
There we go. But it's like a turkey dinner basically. It's got stuffing, mashed potatoes,
green beans, and cranberry sauce. There's also some crispy onions. This one feels like the most holiday of all the items, and also feels like real food. Not that the other stuff is not real, but you know what I mean. I always feel like it's a pretty. It's decent.
You do get some thick slice of turkey.
Nice slices of turkey.
So maybe it went up. We had upflation.
Maybe. We have maybe 5 green beans. But look, this is a nice little...
Who really wants green beans anyway, though? Let's be real.
Yeah. still hits. It's a little salty though. The turkey is really good. It's juicy. I was expecting it to be dry. It's pretty juicy. Good stuffing. There's crunch in the stuffing too. Really good. I just like a little more mashed potatoes. But I still think that this is one of the best dishes at the festival. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, so it's rounding off the top 5 pretty strong. Oh, you're a Grincher. This isn't Universal.
Yeah, but I'm in feast mode, so I felt like it was appropriate.
All right, so before we get to our number 4, we want to give one more cookie notable mention, and it's at this American holiday kitchen. This is the Snickers Doodle cookie. This was our second to last punch. So only one more punch till we complete our stroll and get our completer prize. This isn't actually a Snickerdoodle though. I think it's more of like a sugar cookie or...
Yeah, it looks like a sugar cookie, and then there's just some pieces chopped up Snickers, and then some drizzled chocolate.
I remember liking this last year. Oh, you shook your head like you don't like it.
It's pretty dry. The Snickers pieces taste good, but the cookie itself is pretty dry. It needs more. Like, if it had more caramel or something to break up that dryness, it would be better. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Oh, that is sad. Good thing you weren't on the top 10 Snickers Doodle. All right, so number 4, guys, we're still here. We're still at the holiday kitchen. They're literally 5 notable mention, 4. So this is the catfish. I feel like the catfish we've had in years past wasn't very fishy. I've heard that the portion size this year is great. Look at the size of all these lentils on here, the beans. What's exactly in this, Sam?
So this is blackened catfish with Hoppin' John and comeback sauce.
I do want to say that I've watched some vlogs, and I feel like the vlogs we've watched have had more catfish. I don't feel like I got as much, but it's still a decent portion. Whole thing is pretty decent. Let's try the actual catfish.
Maybe everyone kept saying there was so much, so they're like, oh, we gotta pull back on that catfish. We're losing money.
Let's try it out. That's juicy and flavorful. And you know what's great about this booth is all the food feels like real food. Like, it doesn't feel like it's fried, mass-produced. Like, you had that turkey dinner. It's like something up from Boston Market. I am a Boston Market fan. I hope that Boston Market rises above whatever challenges that they're facing right now.
I didn't know that they were facing adversity or anything.
Financially.
Really?
Financially, I think they're struggling right now. But this is good. Now I'm back off of Boston Market right now. The catfish is good. Tender, not fishy at all. I think these are like collard greens or something in here, Sam. I don't know, but they add a great texture. A little bit of spice, a little bit of chew, and the lentils just kind of melt in with everything. This is delicious. I'm gonna go 8 with this. Very good. I'm really happy we got it. I definitely think both these items deserve to be in the top 5. All right, so number 3 takes us back to Bavaria. We said we'd be back here. This is the pork schnitzel. Look how thick this plate is. It comes with so much like different like foods and stuff on here. Sam, what's exactly on this plate?
So it's a pork schnitzel with mushroom sauce, spatzel, and braised red cabbage.
That's the spatzel, I think, on top.
No, the spatzel is on the bottom.
Oh, that's the spatzel right there.
It's like egg noodle. It's like a German noodle. It means little sparrows, I believe.
Good thing I got you here.
A nice mushroom sauce. The pork, it's so good. Well, I mean, it has been good.
We almost put this at 1, and I think we might...
We've changed this list like 3 or 4 times in the middle of filming it. I think we're just like losing our minds, to be honest.
It's hard to pick. There's so many like... I wonder if things will be consistent.
And also, like, this is all subjective. Everything. We like all the things on a list. 1, 10, doesn't matter what number they landed at. Like, they're just all our favorite things.
We try to do it incrementally, but it's hard.
And then you try something, and then it doesn't taste as good as it did before. Something tastes better than you remember.
That's why we try them, you know?
Yeah. So anyway, the pork tastes like a chicken cutlet. I don't know why, but it tastes really good. The mushroom sauce, so savory. The sauce really ties everything together. The spatzel is cooked well. So good. I'm going 9.
Wow, 9. So I feel like the beginning of this like 6, as we're going down, all of these have been slapping. All right, so number 2 takes us over to favorites of Festivals Pass. This is actually right near Commuter Car Hall. It's right near where they had that Encanto stage show. The line was very long today. And there is an item that we actually had last video for the first time. They're new for this year, even though they are in a booth called Favorites of Festivals Past, which is a bit confusing. These are the Reuben croquettes. Sam, what's exactly in these?
So these are pastrami, sauerkraut, and Swiss cheese, and they also give you some Thousand Island dipping sauce. And something that I didn't realize, but I saw in our friend Brittany from Extra Magic Minutes video, is that there's rye seeds in the coating.
Wow, look at the broken up Reuben in there. Little dressing that they give you. I'm a huge fan of texture in food. I try to pay attention to that. These have a perfect texture. They're fried and crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, so you have those two contrasting textures that complement each other. Little like a saltiness from the pastrami, and then obviously that like savoriness. Very good. Also, that ball show is happening right now on the Gingerbread Spaceship Earth.
That ball show, I don't think is the technical name.
This is good. I think these deserve to be number 2. I like these more in hindsight. I'm gonna give them a 9. I don't think they're perfect by any means. I'd like them a little bit bigger, and it might help them, but they're good, and I would come back for them. They're also not too fried, not too greasy, which sometimes can happen with fried food. All right, drum roll, please. Our number 1 item in all of Festival of the Holidays. We changed this as we were filming this. It's at Bavaria, and it is, of course, a cookie. I felt like a cookie should be number 1 on here because this is the Cookie Festival.
I just want to note that this was Jason's decision to make the cookie number 1.
We didn't know what to put number 1, so we made this one the number 1. It's our final punch, so you guys will be able to see the prize that we get at the end, and it is the hazelnut Linzer cookie. Now, I think they changed this year because I don't remember it having hazelnut last year, but this was our favorite cookie last year. We came back for this like 2 or 3 times.
I don't see hazelnut in here.
Yeah, I only see Linzer.
I think that's a mistake.
I feel like ours had more jelly last year.
Yeah, I don't taste hazelnut at all.
It's just a Linzer, right?
You taste the butteriness in the cookie. I haven't even gotten jam yet. A lot of sugar. Very sweet.
It's like I think it's a typo that they have about the hazelnut.
Delicate, yeah. I don't know what they're talking about hazelnut. I don't taste no hazelnut.
There's no hazelnut in here, so it's just a Linzer, guys. Not a hazelnut Linzer. Unless maybe there's some hazelnut in the actual cookie. I don't know.
So, very delicate. It's a really well done Linzer. It's definitely the best cookie on the stroll. Do I think a cookie should have been number 1? Not really. But I let Jason make that.
It's the Cookie Festival, so we put it was hard to pick a number 1.
Advent Health. It is a good cookie.
What do you think should be a number 1?
I don't even know. One of the Germany savory foods I would have put at number 1. But that's just me. I also really do like that turkey from America. I just think it's like a perfect holiday meal. It's a good portion. It tastes like real food. But anyway.
The croquettes are good too.
Croquettes are no, but the turkey meal is just like a well-rounded meal. I'm gonna give this an 8. Okay. It's a great Linzer. Best cookie on the stroll.
It deserves to be in the top 5, just not number 1.
It just, yes, correct.
You did a number on this Linzer, Sam.
It was very delicate.
Yeah. Well, that's usually a sign of a good cookie. We need more jam, though. Last year there was jam all the way to the corners. You got a little skimpy on the jam on this one.
Are you reinforcing yourself that it's number 1? Is that what's happening?
I stand by my number 1. Okay. It's not as good as the schnitzel. I mean, the fondue here might even be better. And I think even the catfish.
I think you just like cookies. I think you just have a problem.
I do. Cookies might be my favorite dessert. Well, peanut butter pie is my favorite dessert. I'd say then cookies. This is really good. It's the best cookie here. And I'm happy it's our final punch. I can't wait to go get our prize that we'll show you guys. This is a really fun top 10. I love doing these top 10s because we get to eat all of our favorite things. We don't have many days at these festivals, even though we live here. We only get to come here maybe 1, 2, 3 times tops for these festivals. So I'm really happy we do days like this where we get to try all our favorite things. I'm going to agree with your 8. It probably shouldn't have been 1, but I couldn't help myself. If I could redo the list, I'd probably put the schnitzel back at 1. You know, that's originally I think what we had here. But yeah, fun day, good stuff, and let's go get our prize. All right, so that does it for our top 10 Epcot Festival of the Holidays 2024 eats. We actually, at the end, went over to Sweets and Treats, which is right at the front of World Showcase. It's right kind of near Canada. And we picked up our completer prize, which is...
Cookie mix.
Yes, it's gingerbread cookie mix.
They also give you some M&Ms and some sprinkles. So the prize for eating 5 cookies is to make more cookies.
I had enough cookies, Disney.
I wish.
I need something else.
I wish
Please
we're
save
losing
me.
it. I wish the prize would be like maybe like a decorative cookie plate. You know, like a plate for Santa, like
Death by
something like.
cookies.
You just need to add water.
I am a cookie at this point. We had a lot of fun doing the crawl, though. The thing about the food here is it really does match the theme. It feels so hearty. I want to say that we got a good sampling of everything, out of the new stuff, the returning stuff in this crawl, as well as the New Day stuff that we did. Then we'll link the opening day video that we did where we tried a lot of the new stuff in the description of this video. We also this year got to do California Adventures Festival of the Holidays. Sam, who do you think has better food, California Adventure or Walt Disney World?
I think DCA has it just slightly. I do
Yeah.
think there are some good things here, but I think DCA a little bit better. They also have a tasting pass. They also have plenty of tables with umbrellas and
tables.
tablecloths.
Yeah.
Like, we had a really hard time finding places to eat the food.
Yeah, I think the food is, like you said, they beat out the food a little bit. I think the experience is better here. You have the Santas here. You have the, I think there's just a
The
lot more Christmas
music,
atmosphere.
even like when
Yeah.
we were online for Germany, like the band was playing.
Candlelight
It was-
processional.
Yeah, there's things here that
Yeah.
California doesn't have.
I know we did a top 10. I know we both agree that one maybe shouldn't have been one. I wanted to put a cookie there because this is a cookie festival. But what would be the best thing you ate today?
I think I'm gonna give it to the schnitzel.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with you.
The schnitzel is good.
I would agree with the schnitzel. I also think the catfish was very good, and the cheese fondue.
And the turkey meal for
Yeah,
me.
pretty
too.
much the 6 down was really good. When you started to look, when we 10 to 7, like I would definitely kick off that gingerbread shake.
Yeah.
That wasn't that great, and there were also some things we wanted to get, like the Epcot cookie.
The Epcot cookie is very good. Also, the liquid nitrogen Mickey cake pop.
Yes.
Very good. But like
Swirl
we couldn't
Showcase.
put that much sugar on the list, which is why it wasn't on here. There is also a dark chocolate soft serve coffee float at Swirl Showcase that I would like to try at some point.
The latkes as
The
well.
latkes are good.
Yeah, so there were things that when we were making this 10, it was very hard for us to pin down. So we wanted to let you guys know about those things in case maybe you want to try them. I think we have to come back. We weren't planning on coming back before the season ends, Sam, but I feel like we got to come back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back on a weeknight.
There's so
after
many more
work.
foods we want to try.
Yeah.
We've eaten so much already. It's great seeing the tree light up, the candlelight procession we got to see tonight. We didn't really show that in the video, so
The
we had a really fun
lines
time.
were really long. Though.
Yeah. Whoopi Goldberg brings the crowds here for some reason. She was the speaker tonight for the candlelight processional. Simu Lee last year brought a lot of crowds, so sometimes you got to check who the
Neil
speaker
Patrick
is.
Harris draws
Yes.
the crowds.
Yeah.
Also, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Like it gets crazy here.
Yeah. We had fun though, and if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications, that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
to make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. World Showcase tree really is very nice.
Is it snoping?
No, that was bubbles. Someone just literally some bubbles. It did look like Snope.
Little the bubbles. Usually
Yeah.
I feel like the bubbles are big.
I like how all the Disney trees have their own personality. Like Disneyland tree feels like classic Christmas. Disney World tree feels more like, like old toys and things like that. So this one obviously has all of the different countries from World Showcase. People you see scrolling up on the screen, those are our members. I want to give a special thank you to them and their generosity for helping us fund this channel. If you have any interest in a membership, we do have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and end credits credentials. If you have any interest in becoming a member, go check out the join button below. You can find all the different perks that we have, all the different tiers that we have in there. But even if you can't become a member, we really appreciate you. We appreciate every single one of you. Just like, comment, subscribe, engage with these videos in any way. They help to push them out there, help more people find us, and you help us make more of them. And we're very privileged to be able to make them, to have you guys watching. As always,
Keep it going for Frank.